Well, for a lot of folks, a lack of energy is just the #1 complaint. Never seem to have enough energy to get done what we need to get done.
Just trying to make it through every day. That's all you can do. Anyway, we've got Dr. Susan Blum here. She's a preventive and chronic disease specialist. Dr. Blum has some tips on how we can increase our energy, and she's built a whole lifestyle education center based on going deeper than what the prescriptions do, deeper than what the doctors might tell you, just to really get to the root cause of the problems. It's good to have you here, Dr. Blum.
Thank you for having me.
Okay. Talk to us a little bit about diet, because that seems to be pretty much the #1 factor in how your body responds and what kind of energy you have.
Well, exactly, and I have to tell you that food is the #1 place that I go to help people learn how to eat to have more energy.
Okay.
So the first thing that you need to do is figure out how to eat so that your blood sugar level is even all day. A lot of people eat a lot of high sugar foods. You know, like some of it's very obvious, right? So you know you're putting those two teaspoons of sugar in your coffee. But there's also things like bagels, you know, and there's chips and cookies and crackers and things that actually act like sugar in your body.
Okay.
And so when you eat foods like that, your blood sugar goes up really fast.
Spikes, yeah.
Yeah, it spikes, and that's called a high glycemic food. So when you eat food like that, it goes up, but oh man, it crashes right after that.
So if you had to give us your top 3 foods to eat to give you more energy throughout the day, what would you say they are?
Well, that brings me to the next checklist, which is protein, right?
Okay.
So when you eat protein, the protein sort of stabilizes your blood sugar so that you don't dip in the course of the day, and the protein just keeps your blood sugar even so that you have sustained energy, because it takes longer to digest it. You know, so foods that sort of take longer to digest and sit in your stomach a little longer and sort of let the sugar out into the blood in a slower way will keep your blood sugar even. So protein's one of the very important pieces. You know, you can have grains, but you really want to focus on high fiber grains. So when you're looking at the label, you want to make sure it has 3 or 4 grams of fiber per serving.
And is that because you feel fuller or they're more easily digestible? What's the...
With the high fiber grains?
Yeah.
Yeah, because high fiber grains will take longer to digest in your stomach, and it sort of blunts the sugar response as it comes into your bloodstream. So you're really just looking to avoid the up and down. And then the other thing is really, I mean, fat is very good. You know, the fat got a very bad rap in the 80s, you know, where everyone went on these very low-fat diets, but they ended up actually eating way too many carbs. And, you know, arguably, that's one of the things that has contributed to our obesity epidemic. A lot of people will say.
But the good fats will help with increasing your energy throughout the day?
Good fats will help with increasing your energy because it sustains you for hours.
Obviously, they tell you how much sleep you're supposed to have. We talk about it all the time on the show. You and I, we don't sleep together.
Hard to get 7, 8 hours a night.
I know. Well, the first thing is a bedtime. So what time do you go to bed?
Oh, Lord, do you really want to know? I go to sleep sometimes at 11:30 at night. I get up at 4 or at 3:30 or 4.
So why are you going to sleep so late?
I have a 2-year-old and a job and a husband
and a house
high
and a life.
Yes. Okay. So first of all, sleep is very individual. So your reason why you're not sleeping could be completely different from why you're not. And so why practice functional medicine, and it's very important to really look at each person, and we really talk about this and tease this apart.
Can some people really thrive better off of less sleep? Is that a myth?
The studies really, it's a myth. The studies really show that every hour below 7 that you're getting sort of cuts off from your lifespan at the end of your life.
Oh, so I'm dying tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
So when you look at your husband, you go, "You're killing me."
Yes.
He's literally killing you. Literally.
You hear that, honey? All right, we got to get deeper into this. Maybe we'll put some of this stuff on the website.
Yeah, that's perfect. But I just want to say the one thing about sleep is you have to set a bedtime for yourself, and you have to try to stick to it. And if you're not sticking to it, then you have to figure out why not.
Okay.
And if there are things you're doing in that last hour before you're going to bed, like even having space to relax because you're so busy all day, find time earlier in the day to do those things.
Bedtime.
All right.
Bedtime.
Yes.
It's a good tip, and you can get more tips on how to increase your energy. Go to bettertv.com, click on the link, and stick around, because after this break, we are headed into the kitchen to make a simple meal that's going to help re-energize you. That'll be right after this.
Your take on
And I'm just, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to nap during the break. I'm going to nap, because I did not get my 7 last night.
Mine might be involuntary.